Hey, Julie. Welcome, welcome. How you feeling? You made it through the hot summer months. Hello, hello, Instagram. Are we working? Let us know. Someone give us a thumbs up. Oh, sorry we are a few minutes late.
Lisa, hello.
Hey, Lisa. I have a baby that's kind of off her sleep schedule, so I was trying to put her down as late as I could because she's been late all day long. You know how that goes. Hey, Lisa.
Happy Labor Day.
Oh,
I think what part are you still celebrating?
yeah. Well, I don't
Or
know.
recuperating?
I feel like it's awkward because
Or
it's like,
getting ready for work?
yeah, you still have work the next day, so it's not like you can stay out late. I guess you could the night before, but it was like a regular Monday night to me.
In Hall 88, we got Nancy.
Hey, Nancy. Hey, guys.
Got Yadira, hello.
Welcome back, Yadira. And I forgot to do a reminder, so I apologize. Good on you guys for remembering. It's not filling your big fingers.
Well, good luck with school tomorrow.
Ooh, up at 6. 5:50 for me, so I feel you, Yadira. Have a good night. You can always watch the replay.
Hello, Carly.
Hey, Carly. Sorry, guys, I am getting sick. So if you see me, I know I often drink water during the lives, but it's probably gonna be like worse tonight. So my throat's killing me. Oh my goodness. Did you ever have a good Labor Day? We really didn't do much. We let our kids pick. We said, what do you guys want to do?
Hey, Ramona.
Thought they might want like a last minute swimming or something. Hurrah at the end of the summer. And I just want to go to the skate park. Just fine with me. That was easy. But the kids and I did go on like a 6-hour hike on Saturday. That counts as outdoor stuff.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth. It was killer. My shins
Thompson
are still killing me. I have Thompson cousins. Good last name. Hey, good job, Carly, actually being awake. I know, it's so late for the East Coast, huh?
Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Ashley. I know, Julie, 6 hours. Someone else planned the hike. We were just along for the ride. They told us it'd be 2 to 3 hours. It was like 5.5, 6. But Claudia stayed home with Kennedy, so that was good. So she wasn't enduring it, our little baby, but me and the boys, we did it. It was intense. Okay, we'll get started because we're already late. So for those who are new, we used to do these weekly, but we're now doing them. You want to say?
Oh, no, you got it.
We're now doing them monthly. We might go back to doing them weekly. Let us know what you guys think, but this semester is just really crazy right now for us. So we're gonna slow our roll for a second, especially with all the holidays and stuff coming up. Fall semester is just intense. So in the meantime, during the different weeks, you can still direct message me, reach out, and we're always happy to bring up topics as you guys want. My name is Megan, and I am the owner of the blog Allergy Awesomeness. It is a recipe website where you can learn to still be awesome even with food restrictions. And this is.
And I'm Claudia. I am Megan's husband, father of 3.
I don't know why Facebook.
Our oldest son has EOE, and he has 10 anaphylactic food allergies.
That's right.
And then our second son
and asthma
has peanuts and tree nuts, and our third child has none.
That's right. Third time's a charm for us. We like to start these lives with a little tidbit to see if we have anything in common with our friends on here. And we always tell one about each other, just to make it a little more exciting.
How about you do one about yourself?
Oh, really? I thought of a good one for you. I'll save it for next month. Have we already done this one?
I don't know.
If I could go anywhere in the world, I would go to Phuket, Thailand. Just kind of silly because I lived in China for 4 months. So I've already kind of been to Asia, but something about it just calls my name. I think it looks beautiful and I would love to go. That's mine. What about you?
Well, I have a list of places, but
I know. Why does Facebook always cut off like half your face?
priority is to try to go to Haiti because that's where my parents' / ancestry is from.
True.
I'm also interested in going to France, and that's probably because of the French connection to Haiti.
Ancestry again.
Anywhere in the Caribbean, though, would be cool.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I wouldn't turn down a Caribbean vacation.
Yeah, but definitely Haiti is my priority, even before the Dominican Republic.
Which kills me because there's lots of good resorts in the Dominican Republic. So we are saving up.
She is fine to go. I'm just not stepping foot on that side of the island first.
I'm well aware.
That's all.
I am well aware. Okay, so the reason why we started these lives is because being food allergy parents for over 5 years, we recognize that there's a lot more that goes into food allergies other than just what you eat at meals and snack time. It can feel isolating, it can be frustrating, and we wanted to already have some of the best readers, and we just wanted to create a sense of community, a place without judgment that we can share freely the good and the bad, and we can learn from one another. So we have loved doing these, and we hope you guys do too. I think we missed some people. Did you say hello to everyone on Instagram?
No, you can say hello to someone.
I slaughtered their names. Jay Bohr, Hull.
That's good enough.
Mimi,
Shout them out.
CD26,
Like, you got nicknames for them.
Allergy Out, Haley R. Dizzle. Dizzle. Okay. Thanks for joining, guys. So I keep saying at the beginning, but we can have a process to these lives. And we like to go through and share what happened in our allergy world in the past week. And then we'd love to hear from you guys if there's anything you want to share. I thought it was interesting. This past week, my son came home from school, and he takes a lunch from home every day because there's absolutely nothing the school could feed him except for maybe fruit that he could have. And he was fresh. Whoa, hold up. Did we tell them about the scope results? I don't think we did.
We did not, because we didn't have the scope results.
And I keep meaning to post about it. Oh my gosh. Well, you guys are getting the first word.
Are they though?
Well, other than my Instagram stories.
Okay.
But I haven't done like a post to my feed about it.
Just making sure. Yeah. I'd be surprised if you guys were the first.
So. No, I really kind of forgot because there's all these good Labor Day recipes I was trying to share. Thank you. Yeah, Julie says we have it. Clear. Totally clear. Passed all of his food. So we feel super.
So no eosinophils.
Yeah. No eosinophils.
For those of you who are not familiar with EOE.
Yep. You have to be scoped to find out if a food is safe. It's not just prick testing. And he had trialed pinto bean, cucumbers, spinach, and celery. So.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Yeah, thank you so much. We are really excited. We feel very blessed and grateful. So he's been having cucumbers every day in his school lunch. He loves cucumbers and celery. I know some people are like, why celery? But it's in so many broths. So that will open up some more options for us. Pinto bean, chili, refried beans.
Anita, thank you.
Oh my gosh, so many good things. Hey, Brittany. So yeah, we are pretty stoked, and knock on wood, but that is his 5th one in a row. That is clear. So we got to go ahead to put more time in between scopes. And honestly, there's only 11 foods now that we're avoiding because of his EOE. So we have whittled that list down from like 70 that he was avoiding down. So we are feeling real good about that movement.
The non-anaphylactic ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had 70. And for the longest time, we were saying, 40, 20? Then you figured out that we're really down to 11.
Yeah, just after this last scope. So we are very excited. Thank you, Anita. We are so excited.
So he has 10 anaphylactic and 11 EOE.
That's right. Triggers. And by 10 anaphylactic, it's actually more than that. We just say tree nuts, but if you were to count Brazil nut, almond, hazelnut, pistachio, I mean, you guys get it. So Carly asked, how did you know your son had EOE? What were his big symptoms? Can you say while I get a drink?
let's see. Well, I guess the main one was when we noticed that like he'd get food caught in his throat. Like we thought he'd like swallow it, and then all of a sudden he'd like spit it all up, and it'd be like in its actual form, not digested or anything.
Oh, because it was right away. It was basically
Yeah.
being caught.
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
explaining. That's what it looked
Hey,
like.
picture press.
So
Yeah.
I think that was the main one. And of course, I mean, when you would act like something was caught in his throat while eating.
The main one for me was that he wasn't gaining weight. He was only 14 months old when he was diagnosed, and food refusal. He didn't want to eat. He would get rashes, stool issues, and he was already showing anaphylaxis issues at that age. And so when we got his blood drawn, the allergist noticed he had a really high count of eosinophils in his blood. And so between all those, he said, you better go get him scoped.
Refusing to eat too.
Yeah.
Was another one.
I just said that, yep.
Things that he normally would eat, it seemed like randomly he wouldn't want to eat.
Yeah. And then when we scoped him and found out how bad his esophagus looked, we were like, oh, that's probably why. But it was hard because he wasn't talking at that point. So those were our big warning signs. If you want to learn more about our journey as far as like how we've tested, how we've scoped, all those type of things, I have a super thorough post Q&A called A Mother and Son's Journey Through EOE. Carly, if that would be helpful for you. So yeah, that was a huge part of our week last week, was finding that out. So, and I did not tell Instagram stories this. So a tip that I gave on my Instagram stories that you guys might not have seen is we usually try and go to the allergist, like our yearly appointment, around the time we're getting scoped, just to make sure everything's matching up and everything's current. And so our allergist, obviously, you're welcome, Carly, had said, hey, I'd really like some blood work done because his skin testing showed a lot of negatives that had previously been positive. And as we know, patch testing can have a lot of false positives and negatives. So blood work is kind of a way to check, what is that called? Checks and balances. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
And you guys can let me know if it doesn't make sense. And so he doesn't like getting his blood drawn. And so what we do is we get a written order for the blood work and we give it to the OR ahead of time. And so once he's under, they go ahead and draw the blood. So he's asleep for it. He doesn't have to, I mean, if he's already getting scoped, it's just nice that they will do it all in one procedure. So anyways, when the allergist called to tell us that he was clear, I'm making this a really long story, huh?
I don't know. Are you?
I don't know. I hope it's helpful. He said that the numbers were low enough on sesame, lentils, and shellfish to do oral challenges to those. Do you want to explain what oral challenges? Sorry, I need more water.
It's when they have them eat the food in increments in the facility to make sure that they do go into anaphylactic, that they can assist them.
Yeah. And basically, you kind of overload the system. Like you start with a really small amount and you increase. So you've eaten like a ton in like 2-3 hours.
And that's to hopefully rule out that they're not anaphylactic.
Yeah. You'd hate for them to like take a bite and be like, oh, they're fine. And they go home and they eat like a bunch of it. And it's,
versus that they're sensitive or that they're fine eating it.
And that's like the gold standard. And we've done that before with soy. So I'm super excited. I really think he's going to pass sesame because before we knew about allergy testing, he would eat hummus all the time. And that has tahini. So that's what they're actually having us bring. So it's concentrated. It's just plain tahini paste for him to eat.
For what?
For the sesame challenge. Tahini is ground sesame. And then lentils, he used to have that be safe. We had it a bunch. I loved it for like meatless options. And then one night he broke out in really bad hives. We took him to the ER. And so we retested him and he had failed it. So it's been probably, 3 years since we've had lentils?
Something like that.
Yeah. So excited about that for some meatless Mondays. If so, you're going to see some lentil recipes on the site. And then the third one is shellfish, which is a top 8. I wouldn't be surprised if we pass that either. I'm going to put the positive vibes out into the universe because he can do fish. So I'm really hoping that will be good. The nice thing is the way our allergist is going to do it, because there's help me think of all the different shellfish. There's like oyster, and scallops, and I don't know. I don't eat a lot of shellfish. All the weird.
Anything that has a shell.
The bugs of the sea, as Jim Gaffigan calls them. I don't care for shellfish. But what's nice is he outright passed lobster. He's like, you can already have lobster. But was it oysters?
That's what I remember because those
I wrote it down.
Probably not going to give them.
Yeah. What's nice is with lobster,
oysters are gross.
and he can do. Yeah, but what's nice is oyster is in some sauces, so that will help. It's so funny how like you just don't pay attention when you're ordering free allergies, and now I'm like it's this and this and this, and it can open it this and this and this world, like you just pay attention to every little thing. But so now he can do soy, and he can do lobster, and he can do rice. So I'm like, we could do sushi. I don't really care for sushi, but if it means we could eat out as a family, other than Chipotle and Chick-fil-A, that would be really nice. And as an adult, he might really like sushi. So Julie, my friend Julie, I wish you were here to remember how you taught me how to make sushi. She's a good sushi maker. I'm going to have to figure that one out. So, but what's interesting how our allergist is going to do this, for those of you who've ever not had to do a shellfish oral challenge, am I saying that right? So the worst blood work was shrimp, and it was only like a 1 point something. Our allergist, I think, said, don't quote me on this, always get your own medical advice. Don't go by what we say. We're not medical professionals. But I believe he said he likes anything under a 4 to challenge, and it was only like a 1 point, do you remember? 1 point something. So he said, I'm just going to do the oral challenge to sesame because that's the worst, and if he passes sesame, I'll let him have like the other 3 that were lower than that. So, which I guess is good because I guess out of all of those, I could handle shrimp. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a big shrimp person. But here's the thing. We're in this like landlocked state, so I don't feel like we get super fresh seafood. But if it meant another protein, and shrimp I feel like is in a lot of restaurants, that would open up restaurant possibilities. I'm just still nervous about the whole lobster and shrimp because what do people love to eat it with? Or dip it in?
Yeah, you don't have to.
Butter. I know, I just worry about the cross contact. Because everyone bathes it in butter, so I would still be nervous. Okay, I feel like we missed a bunch of questions. Oh, well, someone said EOE is so hard. The symptoms are different for each person. Absolutely, 100%. There's no, I mean, there's very common ones, but it doesn't mean that everyone doesn't react differently. And Carrie asked, is it normal for them to test for EOE through the blood first? No, there's not always a direct correlation. It was like 3,000, and it should be like 0. And so that's when he was like, he's vomiting when he eats, refusing to eat, dropped down to the first percentile, and his eosinophils in his blood are skyrocketing. You should probably just go get tested just to be certain. So no, I wouldn't say blood work is typical. It's just a step in our process, right?
Yep.
Thank you, Julie. She's so excited for the oral trials. Yeah, it's just we're going for it on the 20th, I think. So don't you worry. If you're on Instagram, I'll be doing Instagram stories live through it. So we shall see how it goes. Okay, we missed some comments over here. Hey, allergy struggles. Hey, the Blue Hue House. Hey, Peachy Brass. Looks like someone else has done an oral challenge to tahini. And they say tahini was a tough one to get our son to eat during the challenge. We brought safe bread and jelly and also chocolate syrup. Yes, I was going to bring, have you guys heard of Lecco? I think it's Leckko.
So they let you add that so that you can.
Oh, yeah. You can have like fillers.
Or whatever.
Yeah, as long as it's something they've eaten safely before. Because, I mean, so many times you're oral challenging something that's very unfamiliar to them. So even shrimp might be hard for him because he's never had that texture, he's never had that taste. So you can, I'll probably bring like a sauce to put it in or something, or garlic or something. I was planning on bringing a chocolate spread called Lecko. I won it. If you guys follow the magazine Gluten Free and More, they do a giveaway. I'd never heard of them. Just giving them a shout out. It reminds me a lot of Nutella, not necessarily the taste, but it's like a really, wouldn't you say, like a creamy chocolate spread. It's in a jar.
Yeah.
It's Belgian chocolate, and it's great for like really good spreadability. The problem is I've only ever found it online. I don't think they sell it, at least here locally, but we really liked it. We've eaten quite a bit of it, so that's been nice.
Hi, Harris. She has a 6-year-old with EOE.
Oh, nice. We love fellow EOE parents. Hey, Soccer Bam Bam, Treehole, Allergina, Pasha chocolate spread. Yes, Pasha's also really hard to find though. I feel like a lot of it, unless it's like the bars, we have to you have to order online. But Pasha's a great brand too. So yeah, so a lot kind of happening in our allergy world. Hope I can learn how to manage it with you guys. Yeah, we hope we can share some tips that worked for us that will hopefully work for you too. So, and we've got a whole EOE live Q&A to that people joined in that had EOE. It was a very good discussion. So hopefully that will be good for you. And you find Pasha at Home Goods. Interesting. We don't really have a Home Goods close by. It's in another town.
I don't know.
It's like a home decorating store.
Oh, so with the little house structure in front of it or whatever? Gotcha.
So that's interesting. So the other thing that happened, and we'll try and keep it short just for my voice. The story I was beginning with forever ago before I remembered all the results.
Marshall's, the clothing store.
I know they always have like all the food when you're in the checkout.
Yeah. TJ Maxx is another one. Has random food.
And you're just like, where did this come from, and how old is it? It's always the thought I have. Like, is it old? Because the clothes are kind of old. I hope the food is good there, but hey, wherever. I remember that name. Yeah, I slaughtered it. Yeah, I remember. They have a specialty food section. I get all sorts of. We don't have a specialty food section. It's literally.
Well, we may. We've never really.
No, I mean, I feel like I've shopped around at that store, and the only food is like by the cash register.
I know I haven't looked. So.
You must have a cooler Marshalls, but they have lots of foods and Home Goods. I haven't been to Home Goods and never saw food. Thank you guys. I'm gonna have to go.
Yes, check the expiration date.
Yeah. No, you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. It's hard to find allergy food.
Yeah. I guess we can pay attention next time. We stop by there.
Yeah. Except for that, I might be tempted to buy more than food, but that's okay.
Organics. Hello.
Nice. So the last story I was going to share, and we'd love to hear more about you guys. And then, sorry, random
Sir Sweet
comment. Sir Sweet. Oh, I love Sir Sweet. Yeah, that's good. And not expired. That's great. That's cool. All right. Thanks for the tips, guys. See, that's why I love.
We don't really have a Marshalls.
Yeah, we do. In Orem.
TJ Maxx and Ross. Ross.
Oh, maybe we don't.
Which I used to think Marshalls was Ross, but I've seen commercials for all three.
Yeah, they're separate stores.
So they're separate stores, but I've yet to see a Marshalls.
There's a Marshall. No, I swear there's a Marshalls somewhere.
Probably, but not
where Utah people at. Is there a Marshalls here?
Not that I've seen. Not like Orem. Like that's Ross.
Yeah, that's our closest big shopping hub.
When Spanish Fork, that's Ross.
Yeah. So, what was I gonna say? I'm all thrown off now.
Goldie 1020, hello.
Hello. Oh, so I was gonna share a story that happened with our son at school, and our middle son, who's got the tree nuts and peanuts, he starts preschool tomorrow, so send up some good vibes.
Well, it's open house, right?
Yeah, but as far as like, then the very next day he starts like getting going. But I just feel like this is just such a testament to like God is involved in the details, because he is our one that would sneak. Like they have a treat every day in this preschool, and he's the type that would totally sneak. Like he's not careful. He wants to taste stuff. And the teacher that we got is super strict. She only allows like this approved list, and if someone brings it, she says tough crap. in a nice way. And because her son had asthma and peanut allergy, so she is on the ball. And I'm just like, thank you. Could not have been a better teacher for our son. I call him a raccoon because he finds food and gets into it. It's my latest for him. So
Hi, Rachel.
thank you, the Blue House. Yeah, good luck to him. Thank you. And yes, buying food online can get pricey.
Yeah.
Also, you're a home decor blogger. That's cool.
And you have to pay for shipping.
Yeah, but you know what? The nice thing is about like Enjoy Life Foods and a few other specialty is that they do like sales. Like watch their site for 10% off. So then that kind of makes up for like the shipping or whatever. Speaking of which, I'm gonna be having a post tomorrow that talks about some of my favorite Enjoy Life products because they've got quite an extensive line lately. So I'm only sharing my favorites because there are some that we don't care for of Enjoy Life. So
Right.
I don't want to throw them under the bus. What I don't like.
You pointed it out.
Well, I'm just saying, if you don't see my post tomorrow, you'll know that we're not fans of it. But what I do like, if you need help, kind of deciphering what to get on their site,
Were those
and
the ones that did the coffee and the tea bars?
no. I know we get sent random food all the time, so it's hard to keep it all straight to try with my blog. But I sent out my first newsletter ever. Speaking of website stuff, so if you're not on that,
That was fun, wasn't it?
oh, like all week, I found out I was with the wrong company, mailing company, migrate my list. It was such a hassle. That's love for you guys, like staying up till all hours of the night. But I'm only gonna try and send them when I feel like something's important. I'm not gonna spam. So go to my homepage, scroll down on the right-hand side, there'll be a couple of things, and then it'll say sign up for the newsletter. Sign up there because I have a really cool, awesome thing I'm a part of that I believe goes live tomorrow. So, hey, Amanda. So make sure you're signed up for that email because that will have an important, really awesome deal I've got going on tomorrow. Hey, Nadine. So, was that all the business? Oh, so we were talking about, oh my gosh, this is like the 10th time I've done to start this story.
Time is up?
Yes. Okay, I'll just share this last
When does
quick
the
story.
book come out?
Good question, Anita. So
2019.
so I just finished, so my copy editor sent my edits, I approved the edits, and they're doing it one more copy editing, and then it's like the legal, the printing, the binding, all that jazz. So unfortunately, the publishing world is slow, and so it is scheduled for April 2019. So get excited, and
it'll be here before you know
it will. It's gonna fly, and that gives you time with Black Friday or Christmas to get yourself an Instant Pot or two if you're like me. Excuse me, because it's so nice to like have your main dish in one and your side dish in the other. And as my friend Allison says, I'm not addicted. I'm just committed. I'm committed to the Instant Pot.
Okay.
So last story, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. So our son came home for the 10th time I started this, and he eats school lunch, and I send him with obviously stuff from home, and
So he doesn't eat school lunch.
Sorry, he eats home lunch. Thank you.
This is why
I need you here. This is why I need you guys here. Oh, the Blue Hue House says she doesn't have the same luck with teachers.
Yeah, we lucked out.
Yeah.
This is the first.
We've had a teacher that was pretty uptight and nervous. But I feel like I usually win them over.
We've had good experiences overall, but this is the first one that's been like this.
That's been like so pro, but I mean, that's always something to, I feel like always try and just improve things where you can, and then B, if it's bad, that's what the principal's for. Hopefully it doesn't have to go to that, but I'm sorry to hear that. Thanks, Tree Hall. This is why I don't say people's screen names. So anyways, I should grab it. Where is it?
What are you grabbing?
Where's our son's thermos? Oh, don't look at my messy pancake.
I don't know. Is it in that bucket or whatever?
I link to it. If you go to my school lunch post, I link to it. And it's so cute. It's the Thermos brand, but I just want him to have some stuff he's proud of to use because he's going to have home lunch for like 18 years. And it's Batman, and it's been working really good. And I was using it for some leftover soup. One of his favorite soups is my potato and sausage soup. It's an Instant Pot recipe that's already on my site. And he has very mature taste. Okay, for example, I was just telling you this today. I was like, I go grocery shopping on Mondays. And I was like, I'm going to the grocery store. Do you need anything? He was like, oh yeah, I want some avocados, some cucumbers, and some bell peppers. And like, what little kid says that? Like, he's got such mature taste. If you ask him what his favorite food is, what does he say?
I don't know.
Really?
He's put
Really?
me on the spot.
He'll say garlic and lemon tilapia
Yes.
and
Favorite meal.
like herbed quinoa. Like
Yes.
he's out of control, and I love it. Like, I'm so grateful that because of his restrictions, it's been the silver lining that he's learned to he can't have pizza and chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. So he has like very adult taste. And so he's like busting out this potato and sausage soup at school, and it's got like, it's big and hearty. And this kid told him, ew, gross. So he's telling me this after the fact, obviously. We're all getting sick. Sorry, guys.
I'm not getting sick.
Yeah,
Not even.
I know. So she says, and someone else says that they have a similar thing. So the Blue Q House says, so does her allergy kid. I feel like it's because they have no choice but to eat what they can. Yeah, total silver lining, right? So it's after school, it's after the fact, and I was like, first you're like, what is the child's name? I'm gonna punch him in the throat. Is your first thought?
That's not my first thought.
No, I speak for both of us.
It's probably not your first thought.
I'm just kidding. But you are like really kid, like, come on, our child is already like self-conscious,
Triggering.
and great, now is he not gonna want to eat that soup again? And like all these thoughts. So this is how I handled it.
No encourager. All these emojis.
Fellow mama bears out there.
Until it's your 6-year-old.
Yeah. No, I would never harm a child. Let's be very clear about this. This was completely hyperbole.
It was
it was not a thought. It's total hyperbole. Thank you, Brittany. So, anyways, took a deep breath, and this is how I handled it. And I love your input as well. I get it. So I said, thank you for telling me. I'm really glad that you feel like you can share your feelings with me. And I'm glad you tell me, because I don't ever want to react in such a way that he's like, whoa, mom flies off the handle. I can't handle when something bad's happened to me. So it's more of a pain to tell her, because she takes it upon herself to fix it. Mm-hmm. So I just and then I said, how did that make you feel? And he was like, well, I felt really sad and I was embarrassed, And I said, oh, I can imagine. I'm so sorry. And I said, what did you say back? He said, well, I looked at his lunch and I said, ew, gross. They're young kids.
And why did he say ew, gross?
Well, because I've kind of indoctrinated him that school lunches are gross, because for the most part, they are. They're like very processed. They're trying to feed a bunch of kids. It's very, it's not home, to me, it's not home cooked with love. It's like couple fruit, with the juices dripping all over your plate. Like, that's how I remember school lunch. So he was like, so I told him, ew, gross, because I know that home lunches are the best. And I was like, yes, he's remembering my indoctrination.
Because that's what you told me.
Yep, exactly. And so then I just said, well, and this was helpful, that I had this anecdotal story to go along with this certain recipe. So we had like a trunk or treat thing at our church, and it was like everyone bring a soup. So of course we can't just be like, oh, potluck, go eat. I had to bring something. So I brought that soup. And one of my friend and neighbor, he actually went to culinary school and was a chef for a while. And he tried my soup and he was like, wow, that's such a good soup. And he got my recipe and he makes it now for his family. So it was kind of a big compliment to me. So when my son brought up, this kid said, ooh, gross. And I said, well, do you remember Scott? Yeah. Did you remember that Scott is a professional chef? Yeah. Well, Scott loves this soup. So are you going to agree with a little kid or a professional chef? So that helped. And then I said, and regardless of what he thinks, do you think it tastes good? He's like, well, yeah. I'm like, right. It's one of your favorite soups. So why does it matter what someone else thinks? I know it's hard to not care. I was trying to validate, like, yeah, I get that. Like, it hurts when people don't agree with you. And if you like it, that's all that matters, you know? And once I had even more time to reflect on it, I was just thinking, like, what a good exercise, because there's going to be things that he likes that other people don't. And you can't always just like what is the most popular thing. And so, as hard of an experience this was, I was just like, well, here it goes. You know, public school, I'm wanting to fit in. This is just what it is. And it actually reminded me of you.
How so?
Well, because one thing that I really liked about Claudie when we met is that he's
past tense, liked.
Yeah, it's over. But
dang.
Yeah, because now I love you. Was that he is like a jack of all trades, and he doesn't fit into a box. Like, he did marching band and he did show choir, but he
can't be telling all my secrets.
Oh, it's out of the box. But he's also fabulous at like soccer and track and basketball, and you know, like, there's so many faucets, and I love that he wasn't like just a jock or just marching band. And I want our children to be well-rounded like that. And I think it's really important that, like, you went, because I think I got kind of caught up in high school, like, you went for what you enjoyed, whether people appreciate it or not. And mind you, his adoptive dad played football at Boston College, and they didn't know what a musical was, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, even family was like, well, okay, we'll support it. And they were very supportive. Marcia, I know you're going to be watching this, so. But you know what I mean? And so I just feel like it's a good reminder. Just, I can tell him about you, and I can tell him about, you got to eat what you want, you got to do what you want, you can't let other people influence you. And I have a feeling this is going to be a conversation we have a million times over, whether it's about food allergies or not. And so, you know, it was tough. It was tough to see him hurting. And, you know, we really haven't, it was like the long weekend, so it'll be interesting when I make his lunch again, if he kind of reacts and it's like, oh, I don't want that, I don't want this. Because he is sensitive and he is already hyper aware that he eats differently. So getting it called out like that, I think, was very painful for him.
Yeah.
What do you think? Did I miss anything? Any advice you would have given him? Because he was, of course, at work, so.
No, I think that was great. Yeah, it's going to be the first of many experiences. Our children, for that matter, are used to getting a lot of positive attention and positive comments. So
life can't be all positive comments.
And I think that's what hurt the most for him, is that, as most children do, they attach those things to their identity.
Yeah.
So in that moment, he wasn't necessarily able to separate that, like, him saying my soup is yucky or gross doesn't mean I'm yucky or gross.
Yes, because kids are so egocentric. So, that's just child development.
And our kids are very egocentric because
they get
a lot of egocentric type comments thrown at them. So, you know, it's good for them to kind of see that that's not necessarily the case, and that doesn't define him. Those comments don't have to define him. So.
Right. Because, I mean, let's just
those are people's opinions. Even with the egocentric comments, I try to teach them that. They're like, those are people's opinions. But
yeah, even when they're good comments, right? Because
that doesn't define you. It's all about what's inside of you that defines you.
Yeah.
People can tell you how cute you are, how nice you dress, and all that stuff all day long, but that doesn't define you.
Mm-mm.
So, because once you stop hearing those things, which you might when you go through puberty or something or whatever, like, what are you gonna do? Crumble?
I had sharp teeth.
You're gonna crumble because you don't hear those comments, or someone says, "Ooh, you look gross." Like, so
learn to let it roll off your back, and he won't. It's gonna take a lot of practice. There's even a lot of adults that can't help but take things personal. So it's gonna take some practice.
But we try to be proactive about discussing those things with him.
And that's why I'm so glad he told me about it, so we could have that conversation and hopefully build upon that. And I think I wanted to spell out, I think, what you were saying without saying is, so we live in Utah, for anyone new, and I don't know if you've been to Utah, but there's not a whole lot of diversity and like mixed couple upon mixed couple. So our kids stand out as far as like their cute little fros and
they're wrong. We have beautiful kids. There's not much to go without saying.
But I just mean, like, they already stick out and people already comment on them. So this is just an addition.
But by the time that they were old enough to pay attention, they probably thought their name was cute.
Yeah.
And so they're used to getting that type of.
So I think it's extra hard when they get something negative.
When they hear something that's different, that they're not necessarily used to that. So
yeah,
it's going to be an adjustment, but it's a good adjustment.
It is. So someone said, I hate when other kids comment yuck to their food, but my son usually responds that their food is boring. I know. And part of me was like glad that he stuck up for himself, said, ooh, yuck. But I'm like, I should probably teach him to respond with a little more tact. But part of me was like, yeah, you tell him.
Like I'm going to punch you in the throat.
Hey, just saying you yuck. He was a step above his mother right there. Someone else says I would have handled it that way too. My hubs is the same way, musical theater, tap dance, and a hockey player. Yes. So great. Oh, hey, Venus. So I'm dealing with it now. My allergy son is 6 years old. He has bad eczema also, and we are struggling with him being so self-conscious about it. Oh, yeah, that's hard.
I can understand the eczema. I've had that my whole life. It's not fun.
So bad. So bad. So that's unfortunate. I'm sorry, punch him in the throat. Haha. See, it's really more for comedic relief. But that's too bad. Yeah. But like you said, like, you know what? Most kids get like acne during, middle school, and he will have empathy for other people. And he can be that kind kid because he knows what it's like to have a skin condition, from an early age. So.
And keep up the habit of moisturizing. I swear that's why people think I look so young, because I had to be in the habit of moisturizing because of having eczema my whole life.
When we got married, I was like, what are
Very
all
helpful.
of these products? Like a box. I was like, aren't I the girl? And it was like boxes of personal care and like coconut oil. And
she wasn't complaining, folks, when we were dating.
No, he looks great. It worked. I just didn't realize what went behind it. When you live with someone, it's very different. But I know I'm going to look like, people are going to think like I'm the sugar mama someday, even though you're older than me, because your skin looks so good. And I know I'm not going to age well, so enjoy it now.
Yes, eczema is hard because you can't hide it. It's out there. Everyone sees it. Or you feel everyone sees it. It can sometimes be in an area that's concealed, but because it's outside of you.
You got to read it. Read it out loud.
Allergy struggle says, plus, bro, black don't crack. Be honest. Yes. If you take care of it, yes.
Yeah.
It does not.
That's hilarious.
Especially in this Utah
I was thinking
dryness.
That's funny. Well, and like while we're talking about awkward things, like this canine, remember how I said I had like sharp teeth, like they all didn't fit, stuck out, so I smile sometimes in junior high, like my lip would get caught. I'm like, ooh. So like everyone has something awkward they're gonna deal with. But unfortunately, it's hard because our allergy kids often get it earlier than they've matured. But I like to think that there will be a lot of empathy that they have.
We're pretty sure our son's gonna have to lose some teeth.
Yeah.
Genetically, he's inherited something.
It's gonna be good. We need to start saving for braces now.
So,
do we know? Are there any orthodontists in the house? Oh shoot! What did I just push? My son has had three anaphylactic reactions.
Yeah,
you know how those go. Hey, what and he eats. He was also born with a malformation that is close to his airway esophagus. Oh no. He's had some reflux since a baby and still at over 2.5. He had a scope done by his ENT and saw some inflammation, but didn't seem concerned with it. I'm always afraid I'm missing something with him. Hey, we're big believers in second opinions. I mean, I can't tell you how many people, and I love our pediatrician. I didn't switch, but I get why she was like not concerned. But I would tell her like he keeps dropping weight and he keeps throwing up, and it was like, well, he probably has an easy gag reflex. You need to do feeding therapy with him. We did feeding therapy with him. It wasn't getting better. And then she'd say, well, your husband's really slender. He's probably just got your husband's genes, or you don't have enough milk supply. But he's such a happy baby because he was like the happiest personality, and he was the best sleeper. So she was like, it's probably fine. It's probably fine. And I had to push because like most of the time, mom intuition is a real thing. I believe in that. I believe that God gives us the ability to receive revelation for our own circumstances. And if I hadn't pushed and I had like, no, get me to an allergist, no, something's wrong.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have found out he had EOE at 14 months, which has completely altered the way he's grown up. Now he doesn't know any different. And I mean, it set us on such a good path. So if you really feel like there's something wrong, then I would say, don't ignore that. Don't let people talk you out of your own intuition. Brittany, you say Dr. Charles Jackson and Sandy. Is that a dermatologist, or because you're talking about skin? I'm not sure what that was in response
I think
to.
that's the orthodontist part.
Oh, orthodontist. Nice. Patty says it's not home cooked. You are right. Yep. I know school lunch is not that good. I need that recipe ASAP. I will. Which one is this? Facebook. Yeah.
One.
I will post I'll post it in the comments after to help you find it. Oh, hey, Wet. How was razoring? And hey, Lindsay. She went razoring. Like, right? Isn't that what it's called?
What is that?
The 4-person razor that goes on the sand dunes. Kind of looks like a Jeep a little bit.
So it's called razor.
Oh, Brittany, ortho. Thank you.
Oh.
So anyways, yeah, that was an interesting little conversation, and I'm sure it will not be the last. But did we miss anything else? It was kind of a busy week.
I can't think of
It was busy. And now it's like, I feel like my mom brain is just barely adjusted to school, and now I'm throwing in a different pick up and drop off for preschool on top of it's about to get crazy. Pray for me. I know I'll adjust. I went from, summer, no schedule, like all moms, to this, so we'll figure it out. But hopefully my goal is that my son's preschool 3 times a week, so if my baby cooperates, I can start putting out more content for you guys, because I have so many things I want to share with you guys. So hang tight. Thanks for always being patient with me. And anything else?
No, that's everything.
Oh, except for just remember, first Monday.
It's not everything.
Well, it is, because I was just going to say we'll see you next time, which is the first Monday of every month, 9 p.m. Mountain.
Okay.
So we will see you in October. Let's talk in October about trick-or-treating, best practices. We can talk about Till Pumpkin a little bit. And always, if you are like wanting a recipe, like, oh, Megan, I would really love XYZ. I mean, I have some pumpkin scones. I have pumpkin muffins. I already have some really good fall classics. But if you have gone through my recipe index and you're not finding something you want, I am happy to take suggestions. So hit me up. I will see you guys online. Share this with your friends, your family. It's always appreciated. And we'll see you in a month.
Well, good night.
Good night, guys. See ya.
Yes, her hair does look good.
Well, thank you very much, Patty. Love you, Patty.
Oh.